October 5th. Finally, I got a video I didn't delete of the full track. And when I say full track, that is the whole kit and caboodle, not the outer loop. We're talking the full 4-point, whatever mile track. And it is glorious. It's dreams come true, you know? It's what dreams are made of. That's what the full course is. It's the perfect combination. Yeah, sure, it's not the Nordschleife or Nürburgring, but goddamn, it's pretty freaking epic. It's got fast, it's got tight, technical, but a lot of them, the fast stuff, pretty dang fast. And it's heaven on earth, as they like to say. I just wish the altitude was a little bit lower so you could produce more power. Maybe that would make it a little bit better, but yeah, it's pretty epic. And finally, I did it. I made it to the weekend, the full track. I've been wanting to do it since day one. Been wanting to do it since AMA Superbike ran the full course way back when, on the World Superbike weekends. Yeah, ever since then. And finally made it. Last year, year before, I booked Sunday because I normally run on Sundays only. And I found out they don't run the full course on Sundays. It's only Friday, Saturday. And I was like, well, ain't that fucking great? Whatever. But this time I planned ahead. Well, sort of planned ahead. I paid for the weekend, clear back in summer, like June, somewhere around there. I booked it to make sure I would positively make the weekend. The one thing I wasn't ready for was, tires. What can I say? It's not that I didn't have the money. It's just like, I'm not going to spend the money in the last weekend of the year. Screw that shit. You can wait till next year. I literally just lined my tires up, went eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, you're on the car. So, my Otusa FP 8000 tires. And if you're a racer and you're listening, going, never heard of those. It's because, they're a knockoff tire company that bought the rights to the Falcon design, and they make I guess originally it was a Falcon designed and engineered design, and they now produce it, and it's called the FP 8000. I got it for free, and it's OHTSU, and I've made videos on it, and I don't mind the tires. Like, they're cheap as crap, and real cheap. They're not a ultra high performance or a super high performance. They're a performance tire. 300 tread wear. It's a summer tire. And at the times I've used them quite a bit. That's why I was kind of like, but they're the best I had. They're the best I had condition-wise. I've done numerous autocrosses on them. Two or three track days on them. Anytime the weather was kind of really questionable, because some of those R comps that I run in a smaller size, they are just so scary in the rain that I refuse to drive with them on the car in the rain. Yes, Phil has told me he has a pattern. Yeah, Phil's Tire Service. If you need race tires, Google it, Phil's Tires. He has all kinds of different tires, race tires and rims and stuff. But he's like, I got some patterns you can put on your Federals. FZ201s make them run in the rain. And I was like, that would require like a tire iron and stuff. And like, you're talking way too advanced for me. Like, I'm like a simpleton track day guy. I don't want to screw with my car. I don't want to do shit. I just want to put gas in it, oil, brakes, show up, drive the weekend, go home. Not sit there and screw with my whatever and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to deal with it. I just want to drive and go. So, but needed tires, didn't have tires, so whipped out the FP 8000s. And they Friday, in that insane, but yet extremely fun, but insane Friday practice day. Whew. I'll be thinking that for about that day the rest of my life. After that, I noticed like the tires probably heat cycled out pretty much. So it was going to be rough. Now, when I say heat cycled out and they're struggling, yes, they were struggling. They're heat cycled out. Have I dealt with worse? Yes, I have dealt with worse. These were manageable bad. I ran a set of all-season Pirelli P0 Neros, 235 width, 6 race days, and let me tell you, those babies were smoked, where I could make it half a lap before they would start to just four-wheel drift everywhere. These tires weren't that bad, but they did go pretty bad after 2 laps. So when I'd pretty much under braking, whenever I'd really struggle with, basically it'd start to lock up more. Granted, I have analog brakes, but it's starting to lock up more, not scrubbing off speed. I know at that point that, okay, shit's going to get real here. We're going to do a little bit of sliding, hitting the exit of hitting your apexes and exits are going to be hard to do. And it's harder and harder to hit your lines, hit your points. You know, you just got to turn in earlier, got to, do this, do that, and try to adjust everything to get a decent lap time. But, hey, made it through the day. And we'll get all new tires this winter sometime. But the full track, love it. Just love it. I mean, it's way better than the outer loop, I think. The outer loop's not bad. It's not horrible. It's just like the full track is just, I don't know, it's everything. I wish we did it more. I can understand why you wouldn't want to do it more, just because, well, if you have the HPDE guys, it's a lot of stuff for them to learn. But in the same token, you got your TT guys who are trying to cut, best lap times. They can only do 3 laps maybe in a session, so the chance of them getting 3 clean laps or 1 clean lap, it's just very rare. Whereas if you have a shorter course, you can get more laps in during a session, so you have more opportunity to get a decent time. So I get it. 3+ minute, 3 minute 20 something second lap times, still, that's a long lap, and it's just so much fun. Like, time flies. The whole gotcha section, like, when I ran that thing, it's just the east side, I literally come out of turn 1 and third gear, depending on what tire diameter setup I have. If I'm running the bigger tires, 19-inch rims, I'll put it in third gear, hold it to the floor. I can't get enough speed to lose it around that bend. Like, I can hit it just as fast as it can go. And when I'm on the smaller diameter, I'll even click fourth gear as I go through there. But when you have that connection between the west and east, where you can get up to 100, well above 100 miles an hour, and then you go in there, boy, it throws a whole different little skew to things. Like, you really got to go, It's not impossible, but it takes a minute to adjust, where before it would be almost a non-thinking corner. Like, you just would come out, all right, hit it to the boards, all right, make the bend, let off, it wasn't too tricky. But when you have it come from the east to west or west to east, that speed really does make things different. Good positives about the weekend was felt better going into turn 1 than I've ever felt. I think I'm finally just getting the hang of it. Braking in there, it's coming to me easier. And that was about it. That was like the highlight of my weekend. I pretty much was just there to try it out. I mean, that was my whole goal. No lap timer didn't even work Saturday. We couldn't find GPS signal. Friday it only worked like 1 session. So yeah, it was just kind of like I just wanted to put it under the, check it off the list as in I've done it. And it was worth it. Honestly, it made me just want more. Give me some more full. Screw that outer loop. Can we do this more than once a year? And can we do it like all day? Like, instead of this, we're going to do it 3 sessions. We did 3 sessions on Friday, and then it was 2 on Saturday. It's like, come on, can we do it all day? Like, more sessions. Because honestly, when I went it and it was like, okay, we're gonna do outer loop on Saturday, I was like, get kind of hungry. I might go. I don't know. I was just like, I'm not really interested. But the full track, I was like, please, funness, fun. But yeah, the old FP 8000 tires, I didn't do too bad. If you look at everybody else's running we were playing with, can't complain. They're gone though. I could definitely tell they have definitely heat cycled out. So they're gonna be retired. All my tires are gonna be retired. And Phil's tire service. Yeah, I'll be hitting him up because he actually got tires in the sizes I want, and get a few sets of tires from him for next year. And look out. We'll actually have real rubber on the car. Be interesting to see what kind of times, because I've always ran half-ass on the tires. That's always held me back. So curious that, and if I actually switch to Hawk 60s, DT 60s, wonder what I could do instead of my track day pads. They're not bad. They're just, I've ran Hawks before. They are way better. Way. So, yeah, that was it. All in all, survived the weekend and the carnage of Friday. Lots of carnage on Friday. And my windshield somehow did not get cracked, even though it got pelted with rocks countless times. Oh, thank God I plastic tipped the front end, or man, there wouldn't be paint on this car for sure. Okay, boys and girls, it's over. Another year in the books.